balls, because wealth whistles and money jingle jangles and screams. Buffie Purselle. Welcome to Just Being Buffy's YouTube channel. We are all things personal finance, credit, tax, generational wealth, and apparently I'm obsessed with Bravo and Bravo Reach celebrities. So I recap my favorite shows and I mix in a little personal finance and tax and credit in there because I know that's what you really want to talk about. I refer to my subs as my nieces and nephews, and I hope you'll join the family. So if you haven't done so already, please join the 3 or 4 other people who are now my nieces and nephews and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because I like to do what I call pop-up call-ins, where you can call in, you don't have to show your face, and I answer financial questions. That's my way of mentoring, and we make YouTube pay for it. All righty, let's get into it. Okay, so Married to Medicine's reunion, hour 2. The second hour, y'all. The girls are giving. And I know that some of y'all think that I can't be unbiased about some of these shows because I have personal beef with some of these people. And I think that's totally BS. If people actually watch my entire videos and recaps, I say nice things and bad things about these people. I'm not just dragging them the entire time. And I'm just giving my real opinion about the show as a fan of the show. Now, I have outside information and personal experience with these people. And so, yeah, I'm going to share what I know, the tea. But I can, some people I can't. I'm not going to be unbiased about Simone. I'm never going to be unbiased about Jackie. I tend to give Heavenly a pass, even though she did me really dirty. So anyway, let's get into this reunion. I think Jackie's on her way out, y'all. I think she about to get fired. I think that purveyors of pop have probably had enough of her holier than thou, sanctimonious, fake, high priestess, Jesus of Nazareth behavior, when we all know she is as nasty as they come, allegedly. And she doesn't bring anything. Like, I understand when they first started the show, when Mariah first started the show, the new component that apparently purveyors of pop allegedly brought to Mariah's original concept was, we need to have some doctors on the show, not just doctors' wives. Otherwise, it's just Real Housewives that are doctors. And so the doctors added a little bit of credibility. And I remember in the beginning when they first came out with the show, they got a lot of flack. A lot of Black doctors were not happy that 2 Black female physicians were going to be on some ratchet reality show. And so I think in the beginning, Jackie brought them this perceived credibility of, I'm, poised, and I'm not going to be cursing and drinking and cutting up and doing any of the fun stuff the girls do. And Simone was the doctor that they treated like a physician's assistant or a nurse, or hell, sometimes they treat her like a nail tech who would be fun and mix it up with the girls. And so then there would be 2 camps. And we've seen that evolve over the past 9 seasons. And I think that as the show has gotten more popular, and if I'm honest, this season, in my opinion, and I've been a fan of the show except season 7, is probably their best season. They're getting really real. It's really dark, but they're actually being their real selves. Everybody except for Jackie. You cannot say that everybody else on that stage has shown up to work other than her. Like, everybody, even in the reunion, Jackie looks like she's a lump on a log. Like, she's giving 1-word answers. She's not getting in the mix. And the only time she wants to talk about anything is if it's to promote her business. That Bethany Frankel stuff is old. We're not, kudos to you. I'm happy for any Black woman being successful in business, but you got to give some more. And quite honestly, the only seasons that Jackie has storylines were when her husband cheated on her and when she decided to do a public autopsy of my uterus to try to sell her book. Argue with me if you want to. But what else has she brought to the show? Because she is not the peacemaker. None of these lemon squeezes have worked, honey. None of them. Like, she's not the voice of reason. And everybody on that couch, on both couches, know that. You cannot be friends, buddy, full flat down, down like full flat tires with somebody like Heavenly, who is not a girl's girl. And be somebody that is able to be unbiased and a good friend to everybody. That's just not the case. So that's my spiel on why I think they're and quite honestly, and this is not being ageist. One of the reasons why I didn't talk to Jackie like I talked to Heavenly is because Jackie is not my contemporary, meaning she's my mom. She's in my mom's age group. No matter what, I'm 44 years old. This lady is 20 years older than me, allegedly. 20 or 15 years older than me. I'm not about to be yelling at some old lady. I'm just not going to do that. It's disrespectful. I'm from the South. And old people say crazy stuff all the time. And you just be like, yes, ma'am. But it's time for that to be over. And that's what they've done. They've given her a pass all these seasons. And all the girls on her couch have always been like, yes, ma'am. And some of the girls on the other couch, because she's been put on this pedestal without the work. If she really was this kind-hearted Mother Teresa type character, then maybe we could get with that. But time and time again, she's shown she is not. She's not. And I think the producers and Bravo are sick of it. And I'm going to tell you why I think that she's on her way out. Did you notice that all the like physician-like questions were pointed to Simone, Dr. Simone, who they've been treating and for years like she wasn't no damn doctor? Like, just keep it a bean. Think about it. All the like doctor stuff they normally ask Jackie. Andy asked Simone, Dr. Simone. And y'all look, this is where I can show y'all that I can be unbiased. Simone did me dirty. She told that elder OBGYN my business after I had went to her office to check on my breast lumps. And I told her that I had had miscarriages. And so that's why I have beef with Simone. And because she's a snake and she ain't no friend of nobody. She talked about Toya, blah, blah, blah. But Simone has an amazing bedside manner. She is a good doctor. And I've said over the years, even post what they did to me, that I didn't appreciate the fact that they treat her like she's not a physician and that all the doctor questions go to Jackie and they talk to her like an afterthought. I was pleasantly surprised to see that Andy asked her the first, like, really all the questions, all the doctor stuff. And then Simone started like just feeling herself and like, you're smart, you're not dumb, speak up. And she didn't let Jackie wasn't saying nothing. And listen, if looks could kill, Jackie looked mad as hell that Andy asked Simone those questions instead of her. She actually looked like a deer caught in headlights. So I like the package where they were talking about Black women and their health concerns and doctors not listening to them. I didn't care for the fact that they didn't cover that there is some issue in the Black community with Black doctors, and I ain't gonna say which one, but y'all have said it, who also don't listen to Black women when they complain. And I have personal family experience with this. My aunt Dee Dee died over 10 years ago, giving birth to her daughter. She had a Black female physician that she complained to continuously. And the lady thought that she was just trying to take off from work. And my aunt ended up having a stroke and dying, and they had to take the baby. And then she, at the time, had a son who was 14 years old, and my parents adopted him because he didn't really have that good relationship with his father, and they raised him. And her daughter was with her new husband, and his family was raising her, but we're still in her life. Tragic, but unfortunately a common situation in the Black community. And they should have covered, it's not just non-Black doctors. For some reason, people just don't listen to Black women when they say they're in pain, and it's a problem. I don't know how Andy didn't know about Serena Williams. She had a whole documentary done about that. But that just tells you again what he's checking for. It was great to see them feature all the doctors, the husbands. Their husbands are doctors. It was good to see them doing their thing. The one thing about Married to Medicine that is different from the other shows, people actually like to see the husbands interact. They like to see, y'all, David has COVID and I don't feel great. And so that's why I keep drinking this honey and tea, because I don't feel the great. I don't think, I'm hoping it's just my throat's hurting. David and I have never had COVID, thank God. But he was sick last night and I like made him a hot toddy and honey and all that stuff. And then this morning he was just like, yeah, he took a test and he hasn't. I'm gonna wait till later to take mine. But so that's why I keep drinking. I'm sorry. So I was happy to see the husbands do their thing. They're all good doctors. They're prominent physicians here. I like to see all the wives. I don't like how they shade Heavenly, quite honestly, Dr. Heavenly. And, you know, in past years, and she said this to me when I was around her, when I was filming, that they treat her like a nail tech and not like a doctor, which is BS because dentists are doctors. And she has a successful practice. Now, she messy and shady as I'll get out, and I don't like her and trust her as far as I can throw her, but she is still a physician. She's not physician, but a doctor of dentistry. So anyway, I like that. I also like the question about abortion, especially here in Georgia, where, you know, right now, y'all better get out and vote like your life depends on it, because it does everywhere. But if you're in Georgia, particularly here in Georgia, because of the heartbeat bill and all of these things that are basically telling women that the government can tell you what you can and cannot do with your body, like skipping a hop away from Handmaid's Tale. But you know, Heavenly started on that religious stuff, and I was glad that Simone spoke up and gave situations, and Contessa gave situations where you got to leave that religious stuff out of it. If a woman has a miscarriage and there's a fetus that is, you know, it she's gonna have an abort, like what they would deem as an, like, it's just, anyway, it was a great conversation. So I was happy to see that. All right, Toya and Eugene, y'all, why y'all can't leave them alone? I know why the girls are jealous of Toya, because Toya is living the life of a doctor's wife. She's the quintessential beautiful girl who, you know, is college educated. I don't know why they keep sleeping on that. Who is a mother of two beautiful children, who plays tennis, you know, is friends with all the ladies in the neighborhood, you know, buys the biggest house or rents the biggest house, has the biggest car, wears the labels. That's the quintessential doctor's wife, who gets to live the life, whose husband works a lot, and she gets to spend and do whatever the hell she want to do. And they mad because, so the one of the things that I agree with the guys who, the purveyors of pop guys who added that additional component with the doctors to the show, is there is tension between doctors, female doctors, and doctors' wives. There's that MD versus MRSMD, and I own the trademarks of MRSMD, darling, thing, where, you know, they're mad because they got to work all the time and barely get to really smell the roses and live that life that their income has created. Whereas an MRSMD, their husbands or their wives, you know, are out there doing all that, and you get to be at home chilling and do what you want to do. I'm going to the country club like Toya, you know, being a lady who luncheons, or like my behind who plays in my greenhouse all day. You know, I'm retired. I had a career, but my husband's making way more money than I ever made now, and I'm here for it. It's a good soft black lady life, and I'm here for it. And so that's why they mad with Toya. All right. So this thing with my background of being a licensed mortgage broker for residential real estate as well as commercial properties. This mess where I was proud of Toya for bringing her HUD, which is a closing statement from when they sold their house. So, like, if you don't know about a closing statement, when you buy a house or you sell a house, it's going to list out, this is what the price is that you sold the house for, and this is how much you owe the bank for your current loan, and any liens, any subsequent liens filed against the property would have to be listed on that HUD. Otherwise, the house couldn't be sold. So if there were in fact 7 liens against Toya and Eugene's house, they were reflected on that HUD, and then Toya still got close to $1 million from the closing. So I'm not saying that Audra was wrong that there were 7 liens, but I'm saying that Toya was right that she got almost $1 million profit. There could have been 7 liens and they got paid off, and she still got a check for under $1 million, because she wouldn't have gotten a check cut to her. What they would have done was they would have taken the $1 million profit and they would have deducted all those liens, the amount for those liens, and then Toya and Eugene would have had to bring money to closing to close for that to work out. You cannot sell a property with liens against it unless you clear them. So either they cleared them before the closing or they cleared them at closing and still got almost $1 million left. So for all that Heavenly be talking about, she understand this and that, and Audra's a business, a real estate attorney and all this and that. Heavenly didn't understand no HUD. She didn't understand that HUD, because she would have understood that if Andy read that HUD and could see that there was almost $1 million profit, meaning a check written to Toya and Eugene, that those liens were cleared. So the Shade Fest needs to stop with that. And I said myself, even if they did have a whole bunch of debt, good for them. They sold their house and they made a profit, and that's their business. I don't understand why people are so tied up in Toya and Eugene's. Like, this was sold 8 million seasons ago. Like, I love how people are like, Buffy, you need to get over whatever 3 years ago, or Contessa, you need to get over blah 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 this, or blah blah blah. Get over, like, y'all get over Toya and Eugene's tax problems. That was like what, 5 seasons ago? It's crazy. And like Andy shading Toya, talking about it was just last season when y'all bought the house. No, it wasn't. It was when I was on it. Y'all love to say that was 3 years ago. It was 2019. So no, they were in the house for a minute. Stop with the shade. Let's see. I did not like the messiness of Quad and Heavenly laughing when they did the package of how many times that Toya and Eugene have moved. It was just really nasty. And when Toya was talking about feeling sad about having had problems in her marriage this past year, and they show Eugene, and Eugene, you can see that man loves his wife and she loves her husband. So y'all need to cut the BS with all this cheating stuff and like, just stop. Like, it's all that for a check. It's too much. I want to talk about what Toya said. It's lonely being a doctor's wife. It is. And one of the things that I like the most about Toya and Eugene is they're the most transparent, real couple on that show. They come to work and they share their life. And that's what reality television is supposed to be about. They're not guarded and trying to hide stuff. I will tell you that Heavenly told me when she came to my house to film with me, don't bring no real shit to the show. That's what she said to me. And I didn't. Somebody else brought some of my real shit. I was a friend. So I wasn't contractually bound to show up for work like everybody else. I was just supposed to like show up and hang out and be cute and maybe be on 1 or 2 episodes, not all of them except one and a reunion. So I know that a lot of them, they operate in that way. They're going to hide and conceal as much as they can. Toya and Eugene don't really do that. They're really open and honest about their life. And that's why people love them. And that's why they will always be on the show. They're an authentic couple, good, bad, and whatever you like them or not, they're an authentic couple, and they give us quality TV and they really show us their life. But I really felt for Toya when she was talking about feeling lonely as a doctor's wife. And that's something that more like they need some more authentic doctors' wives on the show to talk about that, because it's very real. And I can share from my own perspective, Toya is married to Eugene for all these years. He's been an ER doctor. They work crazy hours. They're on call. Their wife is their patients in their job. And I dealt with that when David was the director of the psych ER at the Atlanta the VA Medical Center. He worked there for almost 10 years. And I was like the side chick. Like he was on call. It was very disruptive in our lives when he had to work 15, 17 hours a day. When there's a snowstorm in Atlanta, he still has to go to the hospital. Doesn't matter. You come second. And that's what we sign up for as MRSMDs. And it's a tough life. It is. So I think they should have given her a little bit more time to talk about that. She got very little in the way of empathy from Jackie. And it's because she's a robot, allegedly. She is. She's taken that mess that they taught her in medical school to a level that is unhealthy. And she didn't check on her friend. And I really believe it's because Jackie holds grudges. I definitely hold grudges. She's been holding a grudge against Toya ever since her husband pulled her on his lap because he wanted to feel what it feels like to feel some cushion back there. Yes, I'm being messy, but I mean, he did it and it was on television. Everybody saw it. She been mad ever since then. And she's also mad because Toya told her, like a real friend, that he cheated on you, in her opinion, because he's lonely. And she was speaking from her own experience of feeling lonely and isolated in a marriage. And I wish the husbands of the physicians would speak to that more, you know, because it's hard, especially being a man and your wife always, she a boss, she gone all the time, she on call. Like OBGYNs have the worst schedules. You can't have a life. You can't plan for anything because when them babies come, and you are your last. And so it's a hard life, and they sign up for that too. But you still have to have some empathy for them. Jackie wasn't there for her. And Jackie was like, well, you know, I whenever I try to give advice to you, you don't take it. Girl, that you're not nobody's mama. You're supposed to be somebody's friend. Sometimes I give advice, some financial advice to my friends. They don't take it. That doesn't mean that when they come back and ask me after they done messed up what to do to clean it up, then I'm not going to be there for them. That's not what friendship is. It's not, I'm a dictator. You do what the heck I say. And if you don't, then I cut you off. See, that tells you right now, she's not no real girl's girl. I'm so sorry for this scratchy voice, y'all. Um, And then, Jackie just wasn't there for her. And Jackie was just like, well, when this similar situation happened to me and my husband cheated on me, all y'all were talking about me, but I was unaffected. Girl, yes, you were affected. You were crying, Miss I don't ever cry, or you feigned them tears, whatever. And you were red hot mad, and you still mad at Toya because she told you that that he cheated on you because you're behind. It was your fault, in her opinion. But real friends tell you not what you want to hear, but what is the truth to them. Um, and she said that you don't take my advice, so why would I call and check on you? But you didn't take Toya advice when Toya said that that your husband probably cheated on you because he was lonely and you don't spend no time with him. So then by your logic, Toya shouldn't do nothing with you anyway. Andy asked if after you found out that Toya was going through all this stuff, why didn't you check on her? And Jackie was just like, because I didn't, basically. I mean, she was basically like, because I didn't. And I probably should. Like, but she didn't care. It's really like Jackie was just there like out of a contractual agreement, like she's been showing up to every reunion. And I mean, I don't know why she there. She ain't nobody friend. But anyway, Quiet and these darn polygraph tests. Quiet. Now everybody come for me whenever I think Quiet is funny on the show. I like her dramatics and antics. I don't think her spreading this rumor about Toya was cool at all. But I like that Quad said the truth. And she said, yes, I was being vindictive. Yes, I was coming for you because you did X, Y, and Z to me and you had hurt me. I could get down with a broad that said the truth like that. I hope y'all, that was some real good TV where she was like, yes, I did it. And I did it out of a vindictive spirit because you were saying I slept with married men and you said I shouldn't be on the show threatening my check. Like, I appreciate, like, it's wrong, but I appreciate her like womaning up and saying, yo, yes, I know this mess probably ain't right, but I said it anyway. I was also here for her saying the following. Heavenly said Simone told her, yes, Toya is cheating, but y'all got the wrong man. I'm gonna run that back. Quad said, Heavenly said Simone told her that Toya is cheating. Y'all just got the wrong man. I'll tell y'all right now. I don't think Quad lying about who told her. And I don't think Heavenly lied about Simone telling her. Because Simone messy. Simone a snake. Listen, she ain't nobody friend. Simone told me, I don't care about, and she told Toya, we were at dinner, I don't care about nobody but me and my family. And so in certain ways, she's warned you. She's told us she don't care about nobody but team, family, Whitmore. She ain't worried about nobody but her family and their coins. And so she gonna do whatever the puppeteers tell her to do so she can continue to get her check. And I mean, I've been in her presence where she is called Toya stupid and all kinds of stuff, allegedly. And I just I she definitely ain't nobody friend. And for those of y'all who don't know, she's the one who told Jackie that I was infertile. And she found out after I went to her doctor's office and filmed for the show because I had a lump in my breast. And I didn't want to go to anybody. I didn't want that on the show. I had called Simone and told her that I had a lump in my breast. And they were like, oh, she magically, the producers found out. And so it was a moment for Simone to look like a good doctor, which she is a good doctor, and pretend like she liked me and cared. And so while there, I did tell her that I, had problems with my fertility. And that was not for filming conception. What they did was the month of the reunion, they had me go back and do all these green screens and were trying to make me wear the same outfits and trying to make my hair look the same. But if you look at it, my hair is not the same. It may be the same shirt. And they asked me all kinds of questions about my fertility after Jackie had done what she done. That was when they were forcing me to talk about it because I did not bring that to the show. And so that was why I have beef with Simone. And if she'll do that to somebody that's a friend on the show, who ain't really supposed to be nothing, she gonna definitely do that to somebody like Toya, who started the show. Anyway, that was rough. That was rough. Not a lot of time got. I hope Toya heard. I think Toya know that Simone's a snake, and she's just is like, that's just, how you just sometimes you accept certain people for who they are, and you just have them in your life because they're a coworker or because whatever reason. Toya is a smart girl. I think she knows, but don't tell her no more your business, Toya. Anyway, Quad threw Anila under the bus, rolled back over her 15 times, threw bleach on her and set her on fire. Yeah. She did. I don't know if Anila's built for this. I damn sure wouldn't. Her husband Kieran is definitely built for this. Kieran is definitely built for this. He's messy as they come. And stands his ground. Anila was lying a little bit too much, and she wasn't a good liar. Like, if you're gonna lie, be a good liar, honey. Let's see. Okay, whatever. About I ain't talking about her no more. I want to say this. Toya is strong as hell. This seemed to be like a takedown season for Toya, and she weathered it and won. She held her head high and she won. And it was the moment when she talked about to Heavenly, where she was like, in Quad, if our marriage was hanging by a thread and my husband didn't really know how I felt about him, this could have torn my family apart. This could have torn my family apart. So my screen just went crazy. don't think they appreciate this, the seriousness of that statement. Like if we weren't strong, this could have torn us apart. And it's just it's crazy that these women were willing to break up a marriage for a Bravo check. Like it's just it's it's, but that tells you that they need to check. Because if you didn't need to check, you wouldn't be willing to do that. You just wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. And that's why Jackie don't give them nothing, because she don't need it anymore. They've set her up. She didn't already put up her investments. Probably her practice is overflowing with people, and so that's why she just not. She ain't gonna do it. And her contract is probably so restrictive that she gave them, and they probably sick of that. And that's why I think she about to be out. But I just, that's, some stuff is too much. But they've shown time and time again ain't nothing too much for that check. Um, have Contessa's package. Yo, I didn't like Contessa's outfit, but I thought she looked beautiful. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. Now, y'all, you can't say she ain't no beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman. Heavenly keeps saying you shared on national TV. First of all, it's cable TV. It's cable. Bravo's cable. Um, anyway, it's the number one cable channel. But what is that? I don't understand what that means. Contessa told her good friend she was having trouble with her husband. That's what girlfriends do. And then you decided to use it for whatever on the show and on your YouTube channel. And yes, Contessa brought it up for a storyline because she probably didn't have much else going on, and the producers probably talked her into it, and now she regrets it. But at some point, that's your real friend. Even Andy was like, well, darn, Heavenly. At some point, that's your real friend. And I don't even like Simone, but for her, she was like, you need to get this. Y'all was taking vacations together. Y'all were real close. For you to continue to do that is some foul mess. Do I think Heavenly understands? No. No, he don't. I don't think she understands. I think Heavenly does not like to be ganged up on, as a parent with the intervention. She did not like when Andy was like, well, when are you gonna stop? She's like, fine, I won't tell any jokes. That's somebody that really cannot dish it, can't take it once it's been dished. So she might need to fall back on some of that dishing. I like that Contessa then said that, oh, and thank y'all, Bravo, for showing that pretty picture of me in that clip of y'all going through all Heavenly's talking shit to people, and y'all included her in her mess with me. I thought I looked real cute in that clip. Contessa said Jackie's not gonna come for Heavenly. Baby, that was the mic drop of the night. She's not. She's not. Jackie's not gonna come for Heavenly. They have a codependent relationship whereby Heavenly spews all the nonsense that Jackie wants to say, and so Jackie can still protect her image that she thinks is ironclad, and it's not, because Mariah warned y'all from the jump about this broad, and then my season revealed that yes, she is messy as all get out and will do everything in pursuit of a dollar. When Toya said earlier, well, who ain't chasing the dollar? Everybody up there chasing the dollar. You would not put yourself through that trauma every year on that show if you weren't chasing the dollar. It's their job. And it's a hard job. Okay. Anyway, and you a whole doctor. You're supposed to be so whatever. You doing that because you like the mess. You doing that because you like the check. You doing that because you like the celebrity. So fall back on looking crazy at Toya like she's somehow so different from you. I don't, Anila and that quad thing. I don't get why Anila. I'm so sorry. Anila. I don't get why Anila was begging Quad for her friendship. Quad ran you over, honey. Quad ran you over. Oh, and then that moment where they were talking about reading assassins, and Heavenly deigned to think she can read somebody. Child, them lazy fourth grade, your mama, you fat body shaming reads. Everybody on there know the reading assassin is Quad. It's Miss Quad because Mariah ain't there no more. It's Quad. So stop with the tomfoolery. You know it's Quad, and that's why them girls don't try Quad on that other couch, because they know that she will read them fulfilled and won't erase her voice. See, that's the thing. When you read, you have to be composed. Quite honestly, Jackie can read. Jackie can read really well, but she doesn't allow herself to do it that often. Jackie Jackie can read. Jackie can read, because you've got to be calm. Like if the folk didn't hate me the most and they really listened to some of the stuff I was saying, then they would see Buffy can read also. But you have to be calm and intellectual in your reads. It's not about just using big words. It's about nuances and like shade on a top tier level. And I believe Jackie can read. Now, if Jackie would show up and do that every season, they would keep her. If she would be her real self, if she would quit hiding behind this fake persona of being Jesus of Nazareth, she could stay, and she probably would be quite entertaining, but she's not gonna do that. Oh yeah, Toy Eugene, I'm tired of them having to explain their finances. I didn't like when the men came out and Eugene had to drill down through all their like. If you want to move. Ain't nobody paying your bills. You're paying them, and he's a good man, and he works and does what he's supposed to do for his family. And Toya works too. Stop with the Toya don't work. She got the same job all them doctors got on this show. Okay. Karen just don't give a damn about nothing. When they asked him about that, and Eugene was like, as a bro, as a friend, and I said it was upsetting, you should have backed down, and he was like, no. Karen is Karen good for the show. His wife not so much. Anyway, I will say this: I'm happy that the girls have shown out and this season and showed up. I'm glad that people are giving them the recognition that they deserve. I heard they got great praise at BravoCon. I did not like my experience, but Married to Medicine was one of my favorite shows. I'm an MRSMD. I'm a wife of a doctor. Of course, I would like the show, and I still like some of the cast members, and I wish them all the best. And the ones I don't, they can kick rocks in the street. I said I was trying to be unbiased, but I feel like I was saying nice and bad stuff. Like I just said, I think Jackie can read. She just needs to like be real and quit trying to pretend to be something that she's not. So anyway, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this episode of this second hour of the reunion. Oh yeah, and then was Quad hosting or was Andy? Because Quad was the one that was getting the girls in check. Like maybe Quad need to be the maybe she don't need to be on the show. She need to be the host. Because when they was fussing and cussing and Simone and Toya and Heavenly and Jackie and them, Quad was the one that got them together. Good for you, Quad. Good for you, Miss Quad. Y'all be mad at you more. I like some aspects of Quad. I think she's funny, and I know why they don't fire her, because if you look at them bras on that other couch, the only entertaining one is Heavenly. It's Heavenly and Quad. Anila ain't doing nothing. Jackie don't do nothing. So, and they done lost Contessa. She on the other side. So they need her unless they find some other doctor's wife or physician. Quad gonna be there. She's gonna be there. And I'm here for it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I am gonna go and snuggle with my husband and drink some more of this tea and hope that I don't have the COVID. Like I said before, we've never had it, and so I don't know what to expect, but I appreciate y'all. And I did not watch RHOP just because I was taking care of my husband last night, and just depending on how well I feel today, I may watch it, but I'm not gonna do another recap today. I may do it tomorrow, or I may choose not to do it, especially since folks was getting on my nerves. But we will see. But yeah, I think the girls, Married to Medicine was better. I'm sure it was. All right, smooches. I hope y'all have a good day. And remember to crawl before you ball, and like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell. Smooches.
Please crawl before you ball, and then take a little bit of the money and save
Crawl
it. And then
before
do
you ball, because wealth whistles and money jingle jangles and screams.
Buffie Purselle.